What is up, everybody? It's Animac here for AnimeUproar, and today I will be breaking down the unique powers and abilities of Yuno from Black Clover. And I will be delving into Yuno's secret origins, which have finally been revealed in the Black Clover story. In fact, the most recent developments in Black Clover have given us a lot of new information about Yuno, including some important clues about Yuno's new post-time skip powers and his hidden potential. I can't wait to get into all of the exciting details, so let's do this, Space Cowboys! If you enjoy the Black Clover content right here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know, it definitely helps. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. You can also hit me up on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar. Finally, this video will of course contain Black Clover manga spoilers. We're talking about all the most recent events in the manga, so please proceed with caution, you have been warned. As we recently learned in the Black Clover story, despite being left at an orphanage in the Forsaken realm of the Clover Kingdom as a baby, Yuno is not in fact a commoner or a native Cloverian at all. Cloverian, does that sound right? I don't know, but the point is that Yuno is actually from the Spade Kingdom. In fact, Yuno is the prince of the Spade Kingdom and the rightful heir to the Spade Kingdom throne. He is the son of the rightful rulers of the Spade Kingdom, Ciel and Lois Grinberryall, and his family, the House of Grinberryall, was at the time the ruling royal house of Spade. However, when Yuno was still a baby, his family was overthrown in a violent coup d'etat orchestrated by the Dark Triad, a powerful trio of siblings who used demonic powers in order to increase their strength. So Yuno's parents were killed by the Dark Triad during the hostile takeover, but Yuno was smuggled out of the kingdom and left at the orphanage at Hage Village in order to conceal his identity and keep him safe. As the rightful heir to the Spade Kingdom throne, Yuno would always pose a threat to the Triad, and if they had found him as a baby, they likely would have killed him in order to eliminate any possible future challenges for the throne. Thankfully, Yuno survives and grows up as an orphan inside the Forsaken realm of the Clover Kingdom, along with Asta and the other orphans. But despite having a seemingly unremarkable background as far as everyone in Hage Village is concerned, Yuno quickly begins to stand out due to being born with immense magical talent. We now know that Yuno's incredible natural talents are likely due to his royal bloodline, but we have to be fair and say that growing up as an orphan along with his rival and friend Asta, Yuno developed impressive willpower and determination to succeed, and these qualities helped him become much stronger than he would have been if he had only relied on his natural talent. Having grown up in more challenging circumstances than other royals, Yuno developed skills and characteristics that most normal royals would not have the opportunity to develop. The extent of Yuno's willpower and determination is demonstrated when he is able to resist being possessed by an elf while still being able to use the elf's magic for his own benefit. Before he began his journey to become a magic knight and eventually the Wizard King, Yuno was chosen by a powerful and rare 4-leaf grimoire which contains wind-based spells. Yuno's magic centers around the ability to create and control wind, and he can use this magic even without a grimoire, but the grimoire allows him to bring out the full potential of his wind magic. Along with being able to use wind magic in an offensive way, creating powerful wind gusts and whirlwinds that often take out the enemy in one shot, Yuno can also use wind magic to move very quickly, including through the air. Needless to say, wind magic is extremely fast and versatile, and the power of this magic combined with Yuno's drive and determination has created truly incredible results. Using wind magic, Yuno can create objects and creatures such as blades made out of wind and even animals like birds that are comprised of wind magic. So we're not talking about simple wind magic here, we're talking about some pretty sophisticated and complex spells. Due to the immense amount of magic he possesses, Yuno is able to use the spell known as Mana Skin extremely effectively. Using Mana Skin, Yuno can increase his resistance and physical abilities in battle. He is also able to use more than one magic spell at the same time. In addition to all of his other powers and abilities, Yuno is able to summon Sylph, the wind spirit, to help him in battle. By combining his own impressive natural abilities with Sylph's wind magic, Yuno is able to increase his strength and his ability to use complex magical spells. For example, using Spirit Dive, Yuno can even temporarily absorb Sylph into himself, which allows him to gain a new form and increase all of his powers and abilities. Yuno also contains the Child of Licht within him, and when the child awakens, Yuno becomes yet more powerful, but importantly, he is able to maintain full control of himself and he does not become possessed by the elf. This is very similar to Asta's ability to remain in control of his body and resist being possessed by the demon inside his grimoire while still being able to use the demon's power. So we already know that Yuno is extremely powerful and possesses a wide variety of special skills and abilities. We now also know his secret origins as the Prince of the Spade Kingdom, which explains his incredible natural talent. After all, members of royal families are well known for their remarkable talent for magic. And so, all of this brings us to the most recent events in the Black Clover story, following the 6-month time skip. After the time skip takes place and the war between the Spade Kingdom and the Clover and Heart Kingdoms escalates, we finally get to see the new and improved Yuno in action after the headquarters of the Golden Dawn squad is attacked by Xenon and other powerful mages from the Spade Kingdom. When he arrives at the scene of the attack, Yuno realizes that half of his comrades from the Golden Dawn have apparently been killed, while the other half are seriously injured and barely breathing. Yuno is of course furious, but he doesn't have much time to come to terms with what is happening because he is quickly challenged by an extremely powerful Spade Mage who uses rock magic. And on top of that, his rock magic is being boosted by the power of a demon, most likely Megicula. It appears that Xenon isn't there because he is currently facing off against the Golden Dawn captain William Vengeance, so it is up to Yuno to take on the rock magic mage. The battle begins and Yuno is doing his best to help his injured comrades while dealing with the bloodthirsty rock mage at the same time. And as the fight progresses and it dawns on Yuno what actually happened, it seems to me like Yuno is becoming increasingly furious. Yuno is normally very calm, cool, and stoic, and it takes a lot to upset him. But after just learning that he became an orphan because the Dark Triad brutally murdered his parents, his family, and now being faced with the fact that Xenon and the Spade Kingdom mages have killed or seriously injured most members of his new family, the Golden Dawn squad, Yuno is understandably upset. Yuno is genuinely trying to figure out why this rock mage and the rest of the Spade Kingdom soldiers are attacking his comrades. But the rock mage doesn't really provide any logical reason. Apparently he just enjoys fighting and facing off against strong opponents, and that is his whole reason for doing what he is doing. The rock mage believes that those with strong magic power like him and Yuno are meant to use it to fight and conquer and destroy because it's fun and makes him feel alive. But Yuno proclaims that he is nothing like the rock mage. At the same time, Yuno uses wind spirit creation magic, Spirit of Zephyr, in order to generate a massive sword made up of condensed mana. The same sword that he had used in the epic battle against the Kotodama demon. As Yuno summons the sword, something interesting happens. His left eye turns dark, considerably darker than I recall ever seeing it before. If I remember correctly, during the fight against the Kotodama demon back in chapter 211, Yuno's left eye did look slightly darker in certain panels as he was using the Spirit of Zephyr. But in chapter 236, while he is fighting the rock mage from the Spade Kingdom, Yuno's left eye becomes noticeably darker than at any point in chapter 211. Using the Spirit of Zephyr, Yuno is able to seemingly cut straight through the rock mage's body, presumably killing him on the spot. I can't imagine how this guy could have survived this attack, and if he really is dead, then this shows that post-time skip Yuno is not messing around. He has had enough. He lost his birth parents and became an orphan because of the Dark Triad, and now these same people have assaulted his comrades, and it looks like many of them have been killed. Yuno doesn't seem to be in a forgiving mood after that, and it really looks like he just cut through and outright killed the rock mage in chapter 236. Unless we learn something new in the next chapter about the rock mage, like perhaps he can detach parts of his body and then put them back together or something like that, then it is likely that he will go down and stay down. And it is also likely that Yuno is about to go full beast mode on Xenon and the rest of the Dark Triad. This also makes me wonder about the extent of Yuno's true potential. if he has just unlocked a new type of power, whether through the elf or some other type of way, and if he has decided that it's time to become more ruthless against his enemies. How strong could Yuno actually become? We've seen how much stronger Asta has gotten during the time skip and how much his control of anti-magic has improved. Since Yuno has always kept pace with Asta's strength and vice versa, I expect that Yuno's post-time skip power-up will be every bit as impressive as Asta's, and that is saying a lot. Also, at this point, we can't be completely sure why exactly Yuno's left eye became so dark during this fight. But it could mean that post-time skip Yuno has been able to unlock even more power or a new type of power. This could mean that Yuno is perhaps learning to tap into more of Licht's son's elf power, although the one eye changing color thing is more consistent with Asta's Black Asta transformation than with elf possession. And speaking of Asta's transformation, what's with all the similarities between Asta and Yuno when it comes to their transformations? Why is it that the Black Asta form and Yuno's Spirit Die form are almost like mirror images of each other? With Asta's body transforming on the right side, his right eye getting darker, his right side sprouting a wing-like growth, the right side of his head sprouting a demon horn, and so on, and Yuno's transformation being concentrated on the left side of his body, his left eye becomes darker, he gets a wing-like growth on his left side, half a crown manifests on the left side of his head, and so on. I mean, all of this can't be just a coincidence. And yet, even now that we've finally learned the truth about Yuno's secret origins, we still don't know why Asta ended up in the same orphanage as Yuno at the same exact time. What is the true connection between these two? I mean, sure, they grew up together, so they became best friends and rivals. But that doesn't explain why they appeared at the exact same orphanage at the exact same time. And it definitely doesn't explain why their transformations seem to mirror each other. I am extremely curious to find out more about Asta's origins. Who were his parents, and how did he end up next to Yuno at the orphanage on that fateful night? Is Asta also connected to the Spade Kingdom in some way? Do he and Yuno share some sort of family connection that we still don't know about? Definitely let me know what you guys think about Asta's origins and his true connection to Yuno. And why do you think that their strongest transformations seem to be mirror images of each other? Also, what do you think about Yuno's new post-time skip power? Does the darkening of his left eye mean that he has unlocked a new type of power, or that he has been able to tap into more of the elf's power within him? And beyond Yuno's strength, do you think that what just happened with the Golden Dawn squad will change Yuno as a person? Will he now become more angry and willing to kill his enemies? Is the era of calm and cool Yuno over? Please don't forget to give me your feedback down in the comments below. Personally, I can't wait to see how Yuno's character continues to develop in the future, and I am super curious to learn more about the true origins of Asta. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see more Black Clover content here on the channel, please leave a like to let me know. And if you happen to be new to AnimeUproar, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to turn on all notifications. Seriously, if you don't go through the trouble of clicking the bell and then checking off the option that says all, you're gonna miss a lot of our videos. It's just how YouTube works. Don't forget to check me out on Twitter and Instagram at AnimeUproar for all the latest Black Clover news and updates. And a big thank you to all of our AnimeUproar patrons for making videos like this one possible. With all the YouTube problems lately, patron support is more important than ever, so thank you guys so much. Special thanks to all of our Pro Hero tier patrons, including the one and only Gilgamesh, Nothing But a Fan, Jason Wilson, King Zeldris, $50 Beat, Anatoly Kazatsky, Alpha Dio, Angel Cruz, Team Sparky 65, Cricket XP, Rohan Kapoor, Jessica Maloney, and Emperor Otaku. And I can't forget the ones that rise above all other clans. A massive thank you to all of our The One tier patrons, including Ingrata, Alolanadam, Makotakun, The World, Steelers, The School Bus, and Tyson Quirino. If you enjoy our work and you feel that it provides value to you, please consider supporting us on Patreon. Even a single dollar will give you access to our patron-exclusive Discord, and your name will appear on our videos along with these legendary people. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, see ya, Space Cowboys.